Good afternoon, everyone. And here we are again at Family Empowerment Group, Keman, our YouTube channel. Thanks for all you subscribers. Those who haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and subscribe. This is a channel we talk about the good, bad, in between. All right, but it's all meant to build a safer island, less crime, better children, less. Gang activity, the whole 9 yards. All right, so today we're going to talk about bedtime. Now, bedtime is for a lot of people, for a lot of good parents, that is, I guess you say, basic 101 parenting kind of thing. They have a structured time when their kid's going to go to bed. All right, and it's typically around school nights. Well, kids are in school, typically around say 8:30 in the night. And for a lot of good parents, what they do is after the kid has went to, or children have went to school and they've done homework and they've had dinner, then parents start kind of sending to, or for a lot of good parents, what they do is they don't just send the child to the room. They will also go in the room and read a bedtime story for the child. And for a lot of good parents, what they do is they start from like 7:30, reading after dinner, reading the child, or once they've seen they've had homework or homework is done, they start that process then of bedtiming all the way from like 7:30 at night, so that by 8:30 then the child is sleeping, right? Or as a child grows older, yes, we know a lot of times, you're not going to get them to bed, or start reading to them from 7:30 at night, right? But so for your teenagers, at least, you want to make sure that they're kind of had a shower, went to did homework, had dinner, and start heading off to bed, say 8 o'clock in the night, yeah, so that by 8:30 they're kind of off to sleep because they have to be to school the next day, yeah. And not only that, us as parents also need some me time. So the more structured we can get in putting our kids to bed, and again, I kind of personally don't believe in just sending my child to the room, but I don't care how old they get, I still think there's nothing wrong with going to the room with your child, because when you teach them from a young age to be I don't want to use the word soft and tender, but I want to probably say where their parents tuck them in. Then when you start doing that with a child from a young age, that child usually a lot of times will grow up being accustomed to parents tucking them in, so that when they get 11, 12 years old, because we know they can be really feisty when they get 11, 12 years old, and then they don't even want their parents in the room. All right. Imagine that. Now you pay the bill, pay the electricity bill, you pay all the bills, but they don't want you in the room. You imagine that. So a good thing to do is from young, have that habit of reading them a bedtime story, saying their prayers with them before they're off to sleep, so that when they get 11, 12 years old and you're still going to the room with them to see them off to bed, that's nothing strange with them. All right. So moving on to summertime. Now, I know a lot of parents also struggle with that it's summertime and the kids don't have to go to school the next day. But what I would suggest, and I know I've heard a lot of other parents with it, what they still do is still kind of have a structured time for the child to go to bed. Say at least no later than 9:30, 10 o'clock in the night on the holidays. Because the reality of it, the latest, some parents still keep that structured time of, you might cut a little slack and say 9 o'clock. That's it, bedtime. Because see, one, parents still need their me time. So even though a child may be on holidays, parents still need a break. They still have to work, get up and go to work the next day. There's no break there. They still have to go to work. So we're again, in our effort to develop with kids, we don't want kids being up watching TV unsupervised by themselves while we're tired parents. We're leaving them alone watching TV because we're tired. They have holidays, and yes, they don't have to go to school, but again, their children should not be left alone to unsupervised. I don't care how old they get, unsupervised. Speaking about that, hopefully a lot of parents are smart enough to realize TVs go in the living room, not in the child's bedroom. People that do that are real setting their kids up for failure, okay? Unsupervised TV, yeah? It's no wonder why, I'm going to sidetrack here a little bit. There's no wonder why some of our kids are so violent at a very young age, why some of our kids are so sexually involved, why they're so, I think that's okay to date at 12 years old, because they sit in a lot of, again, parents let them watch TV unsupervised, and again, because they're tired and they had to go to bed. So I will say, I would agree with a lot of parents that still keep that structured time of, even those holidays, go to bed at 8:30. Yeah, cut a little slack, say 9 o'clock, whatever. Because of those two reasons we just mentioned, yeah. But for those that parents that want to cut it a little slack, if you know you're going to be up till 10 o'clock in the night, then okay, let's just say it's holidays. So then let the child stay up and watch TV or play games. And I don't believe in so much TV either, honey. I don't. I believe in YouTube. I believe in using YouTube, and that's why I have a YouTube channel. I believe kids should get on there and learn to make things, and learn to be creative, and learn to cook, and learn to do good stuff. But it's sitting and watching TV, we're really only setting ourselves up for failure for a lot of the problems we have today, is because of that whole Hollywood influence that so many our children are being influenced by. No wonder they're in our face at 12 years old and want to be defiant and rebellious. You know, again, Hollywood stars, what do they have to offer? Men of their poor lives is a mess and can't keep a marriage and killing themselves on alcohol and drugs. So who's Hollywood? You know, why are we allowing our kids to have so much influence from TV, which is really Hollywood, right? As far as American TV is concerned. So strictly, I totally believe again that if you're going to stay up till 10, 11 o'clock at night on the holidays, or even say 10, stop at 10, then that's time enough for the child to sit up, because again, you and your spouse, or just you if you're a single parent, needs me time, so the kids need to be in bed, yeah? So hopefully that tip has been the tip for today, which was bedtime. Hope you find it really helpful, and thank you guys for those of you parents that have kind of said to me, hey, send us some more tips there on the channel, because we're trying to be the best parents we can be, and so that's our tip. Now, to those parents who leave the kids alone in a room all by themselves to watch TV, okay, no specific bedtime. I see parents even, I see kids even on weeknights when they should be in school, 10, 11 o'clock in the night, the kids are around on the street, about the place. Those parents, I would say, straighten up, get it right, because unsupervised kids being raised on the street, will know nothing else about growing up, how to grow up, except on a street life, all right? And that costs the community a whole lot of money in tax dollars and family support, or the name here, we call it welfare department. That costs the country a lot when there's no bedtime, kids are up and down the street all hours of the night, unsupervised TV. That cost our country a whole lot of money. So hopefully those tips were good for those parents that are doing it right, and let's encourage you to keep doing it right. For those parents that are not doing it right, let's say get on board, get on the bandwagon of raising good kids, because we are only as good, or our lifestyles can be determined by the people we live around and the kind of kids we're raising. All right, so thank you guys very much, and send any of your tips for the next blog, and I'll be glad to try to create a video on that topic. If not, we just go along and continue to talk about stuff that matters, that helps us build a better, safer island. Thank you. So long. Bye-bye. Love ya.